Hey guys, I have another funny story to read you because funny stories are my favorite kind. This one is called Bunny Cakes. Bunny Cakes is the title, the name of the book. Down here it says Rosemary Wells. That's the author. She wrote the words of this story. And I love this guy right here. Max and Ruby books are always so funny. Bunny Cakes says our title page. And this is fun. It has all kinds of little pictures. Do the pictures give you any ideas of what's going to happen? Do you have a prediction? Something you think might happen? Bunny Cakes by Rosemary Wells. Oh, I almost skipped a page. Gotta be careful. It was Grandma's birthday. Max made her an earthworm birthday cake. No, Max, said Max's sister Ruby. We are going to make Grandma an angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing. Do you guys have brothers or sisters? Do you guys make stuff for your grandparents or parents or friends for their birthdays? Max wanted to help. Don't touch anything, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max to the store with a list that said, eggs. Look, he broke all the eggs. They're all smashed up. Max wanted red hot marshmallow squirters for his earthworm cake, so he wrote red hot marshmallow squirters on the list. It says eggs, and then, is that real writing? Oh no. Max must not be a first grader. He does not have first grade writing, that's for sure. The grocer could not read Max's writing. Eggs, said the grocer, and he gave Max eggs. Max brought the eggs home to Ruby. Don't bump the table, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max back to the store with a list that said, milk. Oh, he spilled it. This time Max wrote, red hot marshmallow squirters in a different way. Max hoped and hoped for his squirters, but the grocer still couldn't read Max's writing. Milk, said the grocer, and he gave Max milk. Can you read Max's writing? That's why it's an important thing to be a good writer. Then that way people know what you're trying to communicate. Max brought the milk home to Ruby. There's a yellow line on the floor, Max, said Ruby. You can't step over that line. But Max crossed the line anyway. Over went the flour. Ruby got her pencil. Flour. Hey, look, there's one of our sight words, hour. So if you know that that's a sight word, you can put the full in front of it. Flour. This time Max wrote red hot marshmallow squirters in the most beautiful writing he knew. Max could almost taste the marshmallow squirters. Flour, said the grocer, and he gave Max flour. That's his most beautiful handwriting. When Max got home, there was a sign on the kitchen door. Max, the kitchen is no place for you, said Ruby. Ruby finished up her cake. Yum. Look, you can see his ears peeking out watching. I bet he wants to come help still. She baked it and cooked it and iced it with, good readers go back and fix their mistakes. She baked it and cooled it and iced it with raspberry fluff frosting. It needs something else, Max, said Ruby. Oh, it looks like he stole a little taste. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, wrote Ruby. Meanwhile, Max had a brand new idea. What do you guys think his idea was? Let's see. He drew a picture of red hot marshmallow squirters on Ruby's list and ran to the grocer. He could not wait. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses. And that's the picture. I guess that's what they look like. I don't know. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, said the grocer. What's this? Why, it must be red hot marshmallow squirters. Oh. I guess his picture seemed to work. That was pretty creative of him. Ruby's cake looked just beautiful. Max went out and put caterpillar icing on his earthworm cake. That's so gross. Isn't this book so funny? Grandma was so thrilled. She didn't know which cake to eat first. I hope she doesn't eat the earthworm cake, you guys. That was so funny. All right, so I have a couple things I want us to do with this book. First of all, there's two different kinds of books that we read. We read fiction books and we read nonfiction books. If you remember, we talked about how fiction is fake. It's not real. They're super fun. Fiction stories are oftentimes my favorite, but they're not really real. Nonfiction means not fake at all, means totally real. Nonfiction books are books like this one that I have right here. Do you see how it's totally real? So now, what do you guys think? Do you think that the book we just read is nonfiction, totally real, not fake at all? Or do you think it's fiction? Think about it for a little bit. All right, the other challenge that I have for you is I want you to do the same thing we did last week where we practice our powers of good recall as first graders. And I want you to draw a picture of what happened in the beginning of the story. What was the first thing that happened? I want you to draw a picture of what happened in the middle of the story. And finally, I want you to draw a picture of what happened at the very end of the story. All right, I can't wait to see what you guys draw.